What is good, homies? This is Chris from the Small Hat Crew, joined today by Small Hat Nick.
Hello.
And Small Hat Garen.
Hello.
Hello.
And today we will be doing a post-ban list tier list, our predictions, where we think the meta is going to fall. Okay, so before we jump into this, we'll first explain the tiers. At the very top, you'll notice we have the Whitebeard tier. The Whitebeard tier is for leaders that are so good and oppressive that the meta is warped around them, and they need to be addressed by the ban lists. Bandai needs to do something. A tier is a really good deck that's getting multiple tops consistently. B tier is a deck that'll probably get a top here and there, and when I say here and there, I'm referring to like top 8 here and there. C tier is a deck you might see sneak into a top 32 or top 16 or something in a large scale event. D tier, this is Rogue. This is like decks that probably are never going to top, but they can do well at a local. Iceberg tier, the deck's unplayable. And then Whitebeard tier again, this is the deck was so impactful and meta warping and oppressive that it needed to be addressed by the ban list, and it actually was. It's been banned. So with all of that being said, anyone before we jump into this one?
No, just put Whitebeard where he belongs if he isn't there already. And
True.
let's start off.
Yeah.
Also, Iceberg can go where he belongs.
Yeah. So Whitebeard is in Whitebeard tier because he is banned. And he's our only banned leader. So there we go. Iceberg, this leader. We have, I think, like 40-ish leaders to get to, so we can't go too in-depth with all of these. A lot of them we've addressed. Same problems they had in our previous tier list. If you're curious enough, you can watch that. But yeah, Iceberg is not a good leader. Iceberg believers furious in the comment section right now, but we're moving on. What would be a good D tier leader? A leader we'd expect to perform at locals, but we don't expect to ever see in a top 32.
Uta.
No.
I think that's
No.
in the Iceberg tier as well, honestly.
Uta is in the Iceberg tier because she is a red leader. That's crazy too, because all these 7 red cards on the ban list, they do affect her.
Yeah. Before I was going to say I would have said like red, green, Luffy, and D tier, but I don't think I can do that anymore.
I still D tier. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, Uta she was never a good leader, and the ban list like crucifying her color is not helping whatsoever. So again, a D tier leader.
Sakazuki, I think, would be D tier.
Sakazuki, I could
Mono
see that, maybe. I could maybe see that. Well, that's the only Sakazuki we have. We're not in OP05.
True.
Is there a better representative for D tier?
Ting? He's got tops now, which is outrageous. He's got
It's crazy. He has 2 tops, actually.
Yes.
So I think, while I don't think he's good, he does have his tops. So I think that by default, he did it twice back to back.
Yeah.
So he can't go into the Iceberg tier.
He can't go. He literally cannot be in the Iceberg tier.
Yeah, he's topped.
You could argue he's the bottom of C. I don't know.
No, okay, that's a bit much.
I know, but like, if you put anyone above him in C who hasn't gotten the top, then like, obviously.
Well, no, that's why he'll have to be at the top of D, very likely, unless that leader's also gotten a top or something.
Okay.
All right, C tier. We're officially looking at leaders that will probably win a local, but probably aren't ever going to go above a top 32
Mono blue Dofi.
at an event. Mono blue Dofi, I do agree. With yellow becoming the new best deck, this leader plays very well into everything else for the most part, but he's never gonna dodge Katakuri if he were to compete in an event, so he's never gonna like top an event. And if he does, it'll never be above top 32. B tier.
I like mono yellow Yamato.
Mono yellow, I don't think she's the best like representative for what B tier is.
That's right.
B tier I think would be a leader like
Maybe Lucci? No, never mind.
no.
Never mind. Yeah, I was looking.
I think B tier would be a leader
I
like
was
Magellan.
literally about to say Magellan. I think Magellan would be very good in B tier. It has a very good matchup against yellow if it sees its pieces.
Yeah, purple
Yeah,
if
I
it
think-
curves out is always good. It's just
Yeah,
curving
that's-
out on yellow.
That's true.
Yeah, I expect him to be like bottom-ish of B. We'll see how this fills in, but yeah, he does have Magellan. He can pull yellow Katakuri off of the curve so that he can't 10 drop Big Mom him. Yeah, I honestly don't think there's much more that really needs to be said about it. Just because all Katakuri is, it feels like he lives and dies by the 10 drop.
Yes.
So if you can do anything to prevent that from happening, your odds of increasing, or your odds of winning have just increased significantly. So yeah, 6 drop Magellan is a thing, or 5 drop Magellan is a thing, and that alone is probably enough to put him in B tier. An A tier leader would be green, purple, Dofi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Green, purple, Dofi.
100%.
This leader, he doesn't really, I think the only good deck that he's going to lose to consistently would be Katakuri and Mono Blue Croc. Outside of that, I think he's probably beating everything else, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, I could if Law can, I don't know, because Law's in a weird spot right now.
Yeah, we don't know how that's gonna turn
Law's in
out.
a weird spot right now.
Yeah, I think even if Law does find his way to be able to compete, I don't know if he'll be competing with Green Purple Dofi, because Green Purple Dofi just won like the most recent Treasure Cup, even in a Whitebeard full power Law meta.
Law just got his another win just now, this over the weekend.
Yeah, but the list isn't in place.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the list goes in place on the 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Law's last hurrah.
Yeah. As I saw like it was announced on Facebook. I think it was Orange Samurai. It was like, Law just got a win, and then someone commented, they're like, man, they really need to do something about that leader.
We found the people that Bandai are pandering to. But yeah, no, like it is funny. We do have an event that weekend of the ban list, so we will very much see what people have been cooking for this last week of notice they had for the list.
Yeah. And then, so the leader that we expect the meta to be warped around is going to be
Katakuri.
This leader has no, of the decks that are currently competitive, he has no bad matchups.
Yep.
He only really loses to one deck. We haven't really seen them like duke it out since OP03, but now that Whitebeard is out of the equation, I do think there is an argument for Kinemon to potentially maybe start seeing play again. And if Kinemon does, he played well in Katakuri in the past. I expect him to still do so. He's able to drop Okiku on turn 1. So if he gets second to Katakuri, he can drop Okiku on turn 1. Then he can drop Yamato on turn 2. Then on the following turn, Okiku can tap down any blockers, and then he just swings Yamato into Katakuri's space, rips 2 of his life off of him, and they're banished, so he doesn't get any triggers off of it. Katakuri also has a hard time establishing a board because the yellow bodies up until 7 don't really start doing anything on play, so they all just get tapped down and beat over. 4 cost Yamato taps down literally everything up until 7 drop Big Mom. Like, it's not a good time. The only thing I would give Katakuri in that matchup is Odin was a win condition for Katakuri, and you just 8-drop Katakuri that.
Yeah.
But realistically, I don't expect Kinemon to give you a free turn like that and even put the Odin on the board. You know, just gamble losing a turn. That makes no sense. I do think there is an argument for Kinemon. He was good. Remember, he was good until Whitebeard took over. Whitebeard killed off Kinemon single-handedly, and Whitebeard is now banned. So, with that being said, I think there is potential for Kinemon to be a low A, high B leader. I think I want to go on a limb and put him bottom A maybe, because if he does win the Katakuri matchup, I think he's just like a top tier deck at that point. If he is the only deck that's consistently beating Katakuri, then he is a good leader.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I don't, until it just like fills out, we'll just put him, we'll hover him between the 2 tiers.
Plus, I mean, we know, what's it called? Yellow's problem with Marco, or with the format was blockers. Marco blocker got hit. Green has 1-drop beige blockers, has 1-drop, what's her name? That's in your phone case.
Tokiko?
Toki, yep, Toki becomes a blocker when the Odin's on the board.
Or when the Yamato's on board. They have the 5/5 banish. That's a 4/5 they can play on turn 2. I can definitely agree with A.
Oh yeah,
I have high hopes for Kinemon, and I hope he takes us. I hope we don't end up in a one deck meta. I hope that because if Kinemon sees enough play, then Katakuri will no longer be that leader that has no bad matchups. It's just none of the ones that see play right now are bad matchups for him, so the meta will obviously have to adapt. And I think Kinemon has the potential to be that adaptation. So, God. And that's another thing too, because like, in that matchup, Kinemon, like Yamato does a good job of connecting to Katakuri. She used to in the past, and I imagine she still should, because yellow is also a color that doesn't play. They have kind of the same kind of like green problem where they have a lot of non-counter bodies that they play. So, you know, like if you go turn 3 and you swing like 10k with a Yamato into a Katakuri, it's probably connecting because there's 10 drops in his hand. There's 8 drop Katakuris. There's 7 drop Big Moms. There's a lot of no counter in that deck.
9 drop
and if he can like counter it, he's losing like 3 cards, possibly 4, and then it's completely dead from that point on.
And then you also have to take into consideration too, like the only body he probably has on board by that point is a Perospero, so he's gonna have he'll probably only have 1 or 2 swing stops to try to kill the Yamato, and if he doesn't kill the Yamato on that following turn, she's doing it again, and that's trigger's gone. And yeah, you're either just playing down 2 life or she's emptied your hand. Like it's no matter how you look at it, it's really favored for. Now I will say on the opposite side of that though, that is Kinemon having to see the Yamato. So
true.
I mean, going second too though, if he doesn't see the Yamato, he could potentially just play Momo, tap it, and you know, give up the Okiku instead of turn 1 Okiku, dig for the Yamato. But anyway, yeah, what would our next leader be? We could just start going, I guess, down. So we'll start with Luffy. I think Luffy is a bottom C, high D tier leader. And that's not me hating on this leader, because I mained this leader. I played this leader all of OP01 through OP03. I just don't think he can do it anymore, because one, the reason Luffy was good was because he leaned really heavy into KO on play KO, on attack KO. So he played well into Law. He had a good Zoro matchup. Whitebeard was the reason he popped up again. You know, he played favorably into Whitebeard. He beat the 3 best decks. Yeah. And they have all been taken like hostage by the ban list. So you don't play Luffy for that reason anymore. Not to mention Luffy dies to yellow, and that's now the best deck. Yeah. So yeah, like I took Luffy to Orlando, and I was like, if I can just dodge Katakuri, I'll do amazing. I just have to see Law, Zoro, and Whitebeard, and then I hit Katakuri round 1, and I hit it again round 2. It's just not happening. And that's why I think, as much as I love this leader, I think he's like a D tier leader right now. I don't think your worst matchup can be Katakuri, and you can be a good leader. I'll hover him between these 2, and as it fills out, we'll see. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna drop him in D. Yeah. Yeah, I'll actually, you know what? Cause King has tops.
I'm telling you.
So does Luffy.
At the bottom of C, he's got tops.
Has Luffy gotten OP04 tops? Because I don't think he has.
Oh, not 04, but I'm talking about like in general.
Yeah. Like. So you know what? For right now, we'll swap these 2. We'll swap these 2. We'll put Luffy at the top of D. And also, it's like Luffy's power play too was Ninebeard, who didn't come off the list. He also played Marco, who got put on the list. He's still affected by the Radical Beam. He also played Dadan. Luffy lost a lot. Luffy, like, I think he may have been hit even harder than Ace was with this list, simply because his worst matchup took over. So, or is probably going to take over.
I mean, Ace's worst matchup was also yellow. Like, I think they're literally both in the same boat.
They probably are. But I guess with that being said, then, because we're already talking about Ace, where would we put Ace on this list?
He's, God, he was just hurt from the start. Like every ban list has just been hurting him. Like, and it's not even targeting him; it's targeting things above him. Just the color red in general, and he is just taking all the
punching
fallout
down into Ace.
Funny. Yeah, I was gonna say because they're not targeting Ace, they're targeting that keyword underneath his name. Yeah, that was the worst thing that could have happened to Ace. Him being introduced with the Whitebeard tag. fucked him.
But it's crazy because he's still getting, like, he's gotten a few tops here and there,
Yeah.
and it's just like I don't.
And they're recent.
With the new ban list, and this is for the new ban list moving forward. I'm D. He's in D, unfortunately.
I think so too. Literally, the fact that because Luffy just has a lot of problems inherently. Ace leaned very heavily on 5-drop Marco, and that card's at 1 now.
I don't.
I think
as an Ace player, it feels like I didn't lean that much on Marco.
bro, when we played our games, you leaned on Marco. What do you mean?
Did I? I honestly don't remember.
There was literally a game where I killed that Marco 4 times and you brought it back 5. Like, what do you mean?
That's just one. That was just one Marco. That wasn't like me playing a playset.
No. That's what I'm saying. That like Marco was so powerful in that deck because you had the hand to keep it alive, to keep bringing it back repeatedly.
Yeah.
And that's not something that Ace has anymore. And the only reason you're even able to keep trying to fight in that game was because you had the body. With Marco gone, any body that gets answered is just gone from the board. Marco is the one body that kept coming back. The minute the Marco's gone, you're playing with nothing but buggies.
Whoa. There's Ezos.
And Ezo. But are you playing Ezo with one Marco?
Yeah. All the spells he still grabs.
He grabs... Actually, you know, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, he
you're
still
right.
grabs
Because I forgot he does play events that Whitebeard did not.
Yeah, he
I
plays
forgot
all his events are Whitebeard.
Yeah, the 7-drop and fiery
You
dolls
can
and
still
stuff.
grab
Yeah, that's true.
Ace. You can still
You do
grab.
still play Ezo. Either way, I don't think Ezo is the board presence that we're looking for here. So, I don't know. I would put him...
Yeah, he's in D. He's 100% in.
I think he's ahead of Luffy, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do think he's ahead of Luffy. Like, as someone that played Luffy, I don't think I'd ever touch this leader until that list. You know, because I could see someone maybe trying to figure something out for Ace. I don't see what you could ever do to make Luffy good again.
Yeah, I agree.
As he is. He's fucked. Okay.
Kid?
Where would we put a leader? Okay, yeah, Kid. I think Kid's good.
I think Kid's good too.
Film Kid did stuff earlier in the meta.
He did stuff at the end of OP03.
Yeah.
It's still doing stuff now. Like it's
Is
top. Yeah, it's gotten a few tops here and there. Hold on, let me look up.
I didn't know.
I didn't know that either. I haven't
I'd
heard of
definitely
any
put him
Kid
in
topping.
B.
Yeah,
Do you think I'd put him ahead of Magellan though?
Oh yeah, I was already on it. Yeah, I think Magellan can high roll, and you know, like Magellan has to see the pieces. I think Kid
Is the piece.
It's just
He
more consistent.
Double attacks every turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Kid got second place in that regional where that the Doflamingo red or green purple Dofi got first place. He was second place.
Okay, well look at that. All right, the list is already making sense then. Look at that. Look at that. He's the next leader behind Dofi right now. Yeah, and I don't know. Kid doesn't seem like a leader that would just like fall to his knees in the presence of Katakuri. So.
Oh no.
Not to mention, green is a color, as we mentioned before, that does have blockers for days, which yellow hates.
Yes.
There's because a kid's playing Supernovas gives you a searchable Capone blocker, gives you searchable Law blocker should they choose to play, gives you searchable Killer blocker. Like, I have high hopes for Kid.
Yeah, I could see him, and also him playing the film variant as well. You got even more blockers and
At least
stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Well, yeah, the
until
film Kid was even the
Uta
one that
comes
was
out.
doing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that's the thing too about the film variant, because it's playing cards like 7-drop Luffy and all that, which are still Supernovas.
Oh yeah.
So-
Still everything's still searchable.
Yeah. Mono Croc. I think this is an A-tier leader.
Yes.
I really do.
Yes.
I think he's an A-tier leader. He lost his. He had one matchup that was like an auto loss in Zoro.
Yes. He had an auto loss
I
in
don't know. I feel
Zoro,
like
and
blue
he
is
had
still so weak into yellow.
I haven't had terrible matches against yellow. Like, it is in yellow's favor playing mono blue croc,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
but you just build I feel like people are gonna innovate to beat it, or not beat it, but have a much better time, because my deck already has a much better time since I'm on the Impel Down engine. I can continuously fight them before they can get to a comfortable position of just dropping 10 moms, and usually by the time they get to their first 10 mom, it's a decision of, do I attempt to play this 10 mom, or do I get like bullied by playing it, because like a lot of the times it comes down to that decision if they want to do that or go for my field, and they can.
I still don't understand the whole like impel thing either, because the reason they play the Pacifista engine is for the yellow matchup.
Yeah, I I don't know.
Yeah, so that doesn't really click with me, but regardless, like I do think yellow is a favorite matchup.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But realistically, if all the leaders on the list besides Kinemon are losing to Katakuri, I don't think that is like, because it's not like an auto loss matchup. It's like Luffy's down here because if he sees Katakuri, he is not coming out of it as a winner.
Yeah.
Croc could do it.
Yeah,
it's
Croc
not an auto loss. Most of the leaders on this list are going to crumble to Katakuri, and that's why he's up here. So that is not. I don't think that's a nail in the coffin for him, especially with him playing so well into everything else. He just plays well into green as a whole.
Yeah, he plays well.
We're seeing that right here, just these two leaders. His auto loss to Zoro. Zoro's been taken out of the game. I don't know. This is a really good leader.
If he stays in A, I do think he stays at bottom of A. I would put Kinemon above Croc personally.
I don't see the reason I don't know about that is because Kinemon is still speculation, whereas Croc
is confirmed. Like he's here.
It's confirmed to
well,
have
no, it's a new
rough
set, so that's
matchup.
also not confirmed. He's also speculation to an extent as well. But like Kinemon's based off of fucking nothing. Like OP03. It is pure speculation. To throw him
what
ahead
this
of
tier
Croc
list
seems
is, though,
fucking
is
asinine.
pure speculation of what we think is going to happen to the meta.
Right. But I'm saying, even in Kinemon's, like, even Kinemon at his peak wasn't a consistent performer, whereas Croc was a consistent performer in one of those, like, power creep sets in all of One Piece.
True.
Like, and that was him having to compete with a leader like Zoro running around, who just fucking dumpstered him. Like, I forget which event it was, but we had 3 Zoros, we had 3 Crocs in top 32, they all hit a Zoro and they all got eliminated. Croc was still topping despite running into multiple Zoros, is the thing. Yeah. He was still topping despite his worst matchup, and it was an auto loss. Whereas Kinemon had the same predicament with Whitebeard, and Kinemon disappeared off the fucking face of the earth. So, I don't know. I do think Croc has more staying power than Kinemon.
Yeah.
I also think Croc isn't as inherently flawed as Kinemon is, because Kinemon just has fucking problems. Like no counter will never... I don't think you can ever not acknowledge that that's a big problem for him. I think Kinemon has potential to be really good, but I don't know if I would ever put him... Like, I think I would have to see him do at least something before I would consider putting him above Croc. I think, you know... Because I'm still hesitant to even put him in A, because I see the potential for him being Katakuri, but... You know, if he didn't do it, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. Like, if that alone wasn't enough.
That's kind of what our predictions are for. It's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I'm just telling you why I disagree is all.
Okay.
Kaido.
Again, it's purple. It has to high roll to win. D? Maybe? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I also think Kaido's D.
Yeah.
God. Could I ever see Kaido sneaking into a top 32?
What is its yellow
Because it
match
doesn't
like?
No, I think if it high rolled and saw nothing but Laws, it would, but with Law off the list, I don't think it matters anymore, so I think he is down here. Because he liked the Law matchup and he's lost that. Zoro. I think Zoro still has the potential to be a B tier leader.
Zoro who?
High C, bottom B. What?
I said Zoro who?
Please.
Yeah, I could see him in bottom of B.
He's gonna have to switch to new weenies to play. Izo is a weenie they used to play with. Flamenco is a little 2-drop they used to experiment with. They used to play Marco at one point. I think he's just gonna switch back to doing what he was doing previously. They're gonna have to innovate. But at the end of the day, Flamenco and Vistas and the one Marco, it's still there. If Zoro got a top 32 one day, I would not be surprised. I'd be like, oh well, they did it. They innovated. They figured it out.
True.
So right now, I feel like Zoro is. I feel like right now he's a puzzle that needs to be figured out. I think his leader ability is too good for him to ever be bad.
I agree.
So I think, yeah, they just have to figure something out. I think he's still.
I got a funny story about that. Is when I went to locals, I saw our Zoro, our former Whitebeard Zoro mains panicking, trying to figure out what they were going to do. They were walking around with the laptop.
You can say
going,
Trevor.
"What do
The
we
viewers
do?"
know Trevor.
I didn't want to name names, but they were like, "Oh, what do we do? They're like, it's full cope. We're trying."
I think they're just doing it to spite Bandai at this point, and I'm all for it, to be honest.
Law.
That's another leader that needs to get figured out post ban list.
Yeah, I'd say he would definitely, just off of like speculation stuff, I'm putting him in B because he got hurt, but he can change. The fact is, he got to set 2 and said, "I don't need anything else." When we got to set 4, he's like, "I don't need anything else." And even in across the ocean, they're like, "We don't need anything else." Even in set 5, Law is still showing up, playing set 2, and
because you have to keep in mind too. Oh yeah, go for it.
Yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like he did not innovate whatsoever after set 2.
He didn't, and you have to like keep in mind too. There was one build where they did innovate. They were like, let's do something different with Law. They did it, and they immediately got 2nd place in a large scale event. Then that same list went to another event not even a week later, and I got 2nd place again. The 2 times Law innovated, he fucking performed to almost the highest possible degree, and then they just went back to playing regular Law. Like, this leader has so much. His leader abilities has played 13 Dawn turns. I don't know how that could ever be bad. He's lost. He's lost what he's used to, but I think with the brain that it takes to play Law, I think if someone were to take that same brain and apply it to figuring Law out, I think there's something to do there. They can salvage him or something.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like that's why I'm gonna put him at B, just because they can fix it. They can do something with him that'll put him in A tier, obviously, easily. They just gotta figure it out.
They're just gonna put him back together. Humpty Dumpty his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just gotta figure the man out. I am. And I believe in them. I have faith in the Law players. I really do.
It's just they had like,
I really do.
It's just funny again. Like they never had to innovate since set 2, and they've just never tried. And then the few that have had success, but then everyone's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like,
yeah.
But this time it broke. They have to fix it. They have to.
As a Blurple Kaido player, Garen, I'd like to hear your thoughts on him.
He has good hold on. He's got great matchups into Dofi, into Law, into Green. I would say he's got a decent matchup into Blue as well, and he's got a good matchup into Purple. He is Kaido though, and he is Purple though, so worst part, he gets dumpstered by Yellow. Yellow eviscerates this leader. Like it's not even funny. It is an unwinnable match.
Oh my god.
It was
some of the most embarrassing games I have ever witnessed.
It was shooting fish in a barrel. If the barrel had no water, it was full of fish and you had a shotgun. It was terrible.
It wasn't even Katakuri.
It wasn't even Katakuri.
It was Yellow Big Mom.
It was Yellow Big Mom, and I got blitzed. It was horrible.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
even when
it didn't happen just once either.
And then when I played against Katakuri, it was so one-sided. It wasn't even fun. The game was terrible. I was having an awful time. But that also comes back to
Sounds like Yellow.
Yeah. But it also comes back to the inconsistency. If Kaido does not see Island, you are in such a bad position. Like, because you're just playing down now. If you do not see the sequence of cards, the deck just loses to itself. It suffers. It just suffers from the purple problem.
I was gonna say too, like I don't even know what bodies, because like if you don't see Island, usually it's like, well, at least he has his leader ability. I don't know what bodies Katakuri's giving you to ramp off of.
Like if they're smart, nothing. If they're smart, the most thing they'll put down is a Pero, and then if I swing like 7 at the Pero, 9 times out of 10 they're just gonna go, you know what? You can take that one ramp. I'll get my Big Mom.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh,
exactly,
great. Or I'll get my Katakuri. Great. And it's just like, I ramped one, but like I'm now suffering.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like they're gonna deny you leader ability the entire game, And if they ever do give you leader ability, it's because it's favorable for them. It's a favorable exchange. You're getting them closer to their winning condition.
Yeah.
And also, once they hit like 7 Dawn, there's nothing on their board that you're ever really destroying at that point.
Unless I get to 10 Dawn, which if you don't see Island is very hard. You can maybe purple 10 drop, but like again, purple 10 dropping means like you're already in a
your
bad
oh shit
position.
button.
Yeah, you're
yeah. And I was gonna say, even if you're KOing that way with 10 drop, then you're not ramping off leader ability still. So
yeah,
like,
you're not ramping. You're playing with the vanilla leader most of the game, which sucks. But like again, if you see Island and you see your 9 drops and you see on All Sunday or someone else to ramp or get a ramp ability off, you can just start dropping 9 drops back to back, which is crazy. And I think that's what the tunnel vision happens right there for me a lot of the time. And it's like, damn, if I do not see Island, I'm screwed. But yeah, not getting Island, it's over. The fact is, like, we got a searcher finally. We have a searcher. But again, I need to get a 4 of in my deck just to even play the game. You're gonna have fun at locals with it, or if you run into a bunch of yellow, which I did a few nights ago, it's not fun. it just dies.
Yeah,
it's horrible. I did back-to-back Katakuris, and I was like, oh yeah, this is fun. One game with Island, one game without Island, and it did not matter. My opponent won the game with like 4 life in both scenarios.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to play Luffy in the Katakuri. I think he's like back here. I think he's like
oh yeah. Like when he popped
Red Luffy.
Okay.
You can keep going.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What?
You can't make any argument for this
I have
deck.
no
It's on the ban
argument.
list.
I just don't think it deserves iceberg treatment.
Bro, he is a 4 life leader. What do you think Red Green Luffy was thinking when he looked at all the cards get put on the list? As he looked at one of his 2 card pools, as he looked at half his card pool end up on the on the ban list, and the other half of his card pool has done nothing since OP02.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
What the fuck, man?
It's funny because he's never done anything, not a damn thing, and it's like he sure as hell isn't doing anything now.
And then he's also a 4 life leader in a meta where yellow is the best color.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
iceberg him.
Yeah.
I'm sad to see it.
Definitely.
Iceberg him. I'm sorry. I tried to fight for you by
You didn't try very hard, to be honest.
I was gonna say also, don't forget Iceberg is only
can't.
Iceberg for now until we get purple support in next set.
OP05. OP05, this leader.
I do
He
want
still
to
isn't doing anything.
change Iceberg tier to Red Green Luffy tier next set. But at least Uta has 5 life, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's the only reason she's ahead of him. That's
out
literally it. She'll survive one more turn against Katakuri.
I think it's funny. It's like we're gonna change Iceberg tier once that 5 comes out. Yeah, it's like Iceberg still is like you're still not gonna play Iceberg. You're still not gonna play it.
Well, but he won't be the worst deck anymore.
I know.
And come OP06, we're gonna change Whitebeard tier to Yamato tiers. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's in like 2 sets though.
Yeah.
That's from OP06. Odin.
I think
this leader's
no. I think if Kitamon can cook, I think Odin can cook.
Disagree.
Okay, well,
Odin
see, I
has
was gonna
much
use that
better
to counter
ability.
your argument. Oh, go for it.
I was just disagreeing because Kinemon just has a better ability.
Yeah, I was gonna say I disagree with you for that exact reason, actually, because if Kinemon's cooking, why the fuck would I ever play Odin?
Hey, some people, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Why would I play Odin when I could play Kinemon?
Because he's a worse green-purple Dofi.
Bro, I think he's a worse green-blue Sanji.
No, I would.
Actually, with that being said, I'm putting him down here.
I think you put
about that. Wait
Sanji
a
down
minute.
there too, right? Like Sanji doing shit.
Well, of course Sanji's going down here. What the fuck?
I'd say it'll probably be down even further than, or Sanji will be down further because.
Grab the
for
VV
life.
and
Grab
throw her there
Sanji.
too.
Yeah, let's just.
Odin's also 5 lives. So
Let's speed blitz Iceberg here real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Odin has 5 lives, so he's ahead.
Shanks.
Green, blue. Actually, wait. With this being said, wait. So
Oh, actually, Iceberg
Odin
has
is
5
worse
life as
Sanji,
well.
but he has 5 life.
Iceberg has 5 life. You gotta remember 5 life.
And then
like,
Sanji has access to the blue color pool, so he'll go ahead of Luffy. And then there's Luffy. Who else goes down here? We can grab Purple
Vivi.
Shanks.
Black Luffy.
Black Luffy.
Oh wait, he got it. No, yeah, you're right.
No,
Never
that's
mind.
like that was in the east. That was in the east with a different card pool.
Oh, okay.
And like, yeah. So I don't think that matters here. So okay, wait a minute. So I think it would go. Shanks has 5, but then he's purple actually. So that's still stick
I don't think him being purple is a detriment. Like,
So he's purple, so he'll go behind Sanji, but he has 5 lives, so he's ahead of Luffy. And then who else would go down? Actually, you know, that's pretty healthy. That's pretty
I would say
healthy size
Vivi.
of characters. Vivi. I think Vivi goes.
She does have 5 life.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's why I think she goes here. You know.
I love that. It's just life. You have 5, you have 4. You're terrible.
It's life, and then after that, it's color pool. You know, she has access to blue cards, so she's ahead of Odin.
Yeah.
Odin has 5 lives, so he's ahead of Sanji. Sanji has access to blue, so he's ahead of Shanks. Shanks has 5 lives, so he's ahead of Luffy.
Who is there? Anybody else in there? Like, I wouldn't put Arlong in there.
No, I think
I don't
Arlong
want to put
goes.
Isho in there because if
Fire.
Green's cooking, Isho can't go there.
Green cooking, my god.
Look, if it is, that's the whole thing. If it is,
Why would Green ever be cooking?
Let's say, all right. So, well, brother, that's why Kinamon's so high.
that's why Kinamon's up there.
Yeah, but he's not cooking because of Green. He's cooking because he puts Yamato on board turn 2. That's literally it. He puts Yamato on board turn 2, and he puts Okiku on board turn 1. That's what put that man up there. It's just his first 2 turns.
I do think
I think if those 2 turns don't happen, Kinemon fucking crumbles.
with this ban list, brother, Garp definitely as well. Don't forget your boy.
Oh yeah. So Garp has access to red, so that's a detriment. So he's behind Sanji. We know that much at least. He's got 4 life. So I still think he's better than Shanks.
Oh yeah. That's why all 5 life just doesn't help Shanks.
Yeah. There you go, Garp. I've tried so hard to make this leader work. It's just not doable. It's just not happening. Black already plays so fucking poorly into yellow as is.
Yep.
They play so poorly into yellow, and then you give me a black leader with 4 life because he has access to the red color pool, which does nothing for black, and then all the good cards are on the fucking ban list. Like, Garp, you're right there, bro. Okay. Where would you put a leader like Z? So Z was notoriously awful because he lost to Zoro, but Zoro is no longer the demon that he once was. However, like I said for Garp, he is a 4-life black leader, and black plays notoriously awful into yellow.
True.
I like C tier for Z.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think I like it even more than I like Kaido.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think he'd do really well at a locals, easily.
Yeah.
Like C tier,
Yeah.
C tier feels like this will be good at a locals. Like you can cook at a locals with C tier.
Yeah, because also it's like, because Purple's problems, like, they're just high roll, they're inconsistent. He's only playing Purple for ramp. He's not like trying to hit pieces that give him a win condition. He's literally just trying to ramp. I will also say though, so Black plays notoriously awful into yellow, but also he is a leader that depends on sticking to 8-drop or 10-drop to the board, and we have Croc up here with Red Rock and potentially 10-drop Kaido.
Oh, don't forget, but their guy is 10, so the only out is Red Rock.
Right, but remember, they also like have been leaning into Isho as well.
Yeah, but if they're playing Isho, it's
get their
also
win condition on
ripping
the board
cards out of
10 sooner.
hand.
True.
Right, but it doesn't matter what like the Isho's like really, because like Kuzan's popping a card when he hits the board. Like the turn Kuzan hits the board, he pops a character, and the leader ability pops another character. Isho's ripping 2 out of hand. Kuzan's ripping 2 off board. But the problem is that like they have to stick the character to the board, and I don't know if you're really doing that with Croc leader existing.
That's fair.
Like, yeah, I don't know. He's a black leader with 4 life in a yellow meta that has to stick big bodies where Croc exists. I think he's C for these reasons. Blurple Crocodile. I think my boy's low. I think my boy's low B. I think he's high C, low B.
I would say this is the deck that you would speak on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Blurple Crocodile, he played well into red. All the red decks are gone. He played awful into yellow. Yellow is now the best deck. So that's the story we're hearing for a lot of these leaders. But also, while yellow is the best deck, like just looking at like the 2 leaders below him, these are leaders that Blurple Crocodile beats.
Yeah.
Blurple Crocodile beats Dofi for the same reasons Mono Croc does. Blurple Crocodile also beats Mono Croc though, because he wins the race. He wins the Red Rock race of sticking a body to the board first so that the other person has to Red Rock. Like if you stick like an 8-drop Croc to board, for example, because they can't put a big body on the board until 9 Dawn is the thing. So if you stick on 8-drop Croc, they have to use their next turn to Red Rock it. And if you could drop another body, it's just the first person to not be able to drop a body or Red Rock is where like I guess momentum swings to the other player. But Croc starts that race, and he also makes it so that like blue like they have to see the Red Rock.
Yeah.
Because they're never like taking your big body off the board through combat. Don't ever be able to beat over it. Is the thing. Croc plays really well into these 2 decks here. I don't know what the rest of A tier is gonna look like. Also he plays well. He would play well into green for the same reason that just blue as a color does in general.
That's what I would say, because he beats all of B tier and he can take on A tier. It's just the Katakuri, like everybody else. It's just suffering from Katakuri now.
It's fucking Katakuri, man. I'm gonna stick him at the bottom of B because, well, I think he has better matchups into these leaders than these guys probably do. And while I'm really big on him, for the same reason I'm hesitant to throw Kinemon into A, same reason I'd be hesitant to throw Croc at the top of B, because like he doesn't have any results of doing anything ever. And this would be the meta where like if it's gonna happen, it would happen. Yeah. But like to put them that high with fucking nothing to show for it, it's just like I don't know. It's you know, it's acknowledging like the potential's there. It probably could happen, but I don't wanna be that guy that throws fucking Red Green Luffy at the top of A tier with nothing to show for it. So okay. Mono Sakazuki. Viewers that have been around for a minute know exactly what I'm talking about. They know that's shade.
Oh, brother, don't forget about
others. What?
When are you gonna mention the other shade?
Oh, the Japanese channel. The Japanese bro. There's this channel that me, Garen, and Nick have been watching. Like every time they upload, we watch the video just to see what the Japanese meta is looking like and forming opinions based off of it and stuff like that. Until one day I realized the player on the right wins every fucking game. They literally win every single game. And I was like, I feel like they win every game. So then me, Nick, and Garen sit down and we watch the 10 most recent uploads. Like, because I think it was like by 3 in, he hadn't dropped a game. So we were like, all right, well, let's give him another chance. So then we watched 4 videos, then 5 videos. We're 8 videos deep. By the 9th video, I'm like, well, he's won 9 straight games. Do we even bother with the 10th? It's like, well, we have to be thorough.
Gotta finish the scientific process.
So we watched the 10th video. Bro, the player on the right won every single fucking game. And at that point, I unsubscribed and just stopped. Like, literally, the videos don't mean anything because you click the video and you already know who's going to win. So then today, I commented on the video and I commented on the video. It was uploaded Gecko Mori gameplay. I was like, the player on the right always wins These videos are too predictable now that I've noticed that. He deleted my comment. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
You need to go to every video and say that player on the right always wins.
Yeah, he was like, oh fuck, he's on to me. he's like, I gotta throw him off my trail. But anyway, yeah, Croc at the bottom of B. So where would we throw Sakazuki?
I think I said D earlier because it's just a mono black leader.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a mono black leader. He do be having 5 life.
He do be having 5 life. Well, what would put Smoker at that point? Because he lost like his 2 main decks he did very well against.
He didn't even do well into them was the thing either. Like, those were the 2 decks that turned on his leader ability, but they still beat his ass.
All right. Bottom of D or Iceberg?
I do like Smoker more than...
I think he's better than Ace. I think he's C.
I was gonna say also,
What'd you say, Nick?
I like Smoker more than Sakazuki because, like, yeah, the red searchers are gone, but the yellow searchers are still there and shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, even, like, because first of all, I don't think Sakazuki's ever gonna get his fucking leader ability off. Until, if he does, it's not gonna be till, like, turn 6, maybe.
I don't even know what he does.
Because even if, like... Because at the end of the day, like, even if he's not pumping himself to 7k off of little bodies... He still just has an ability where he just goes minus that by 1, you know? So
yeah,
you know, that's still something. I think he's bottom of C.
Where would we put black green Isho then? Do you think?
Black green Isho. So
if green green could possibly cook, he could maybe do something. Possibly.
He only restands 5 and lower, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So he can't even really take advantage of the film engine either, which is what...
Yeah.
I was gonna say, which is what Kid is doing. There is the potential for him to beat ass with Yamato then restand it into
That is
Katakuri.
true.
I don't know.
That's funny.
There's maybe something. I don't
know.
Because he is... Alright, so same as we said for Garp. So he is a 4 life leader with access to black, which plays poorly into yellow.
Wherever Garp is, just put him where Garp is.
No. I don't think it's the same
bad.
argument. It's not. I think he's C tier. I think Isho could do well into a local.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. My bad. Yeah, I'm.
You could do well into a local, and also if this set, if they do find a way to figure him out, that's another thing too though, because his leader ability is like abusing 5 drops. But then you have a leader like Croc that just 3,000 worlds it.
Yeah, he can lead.
Croc drops like Garp
leader
and shit.
Ability it or 3,000.
Or even, yeah, I was gonna say because he just 3,000 worlds, bottoms 1, leader ability bounces the other. So, I'm gonna throw him at the. Where the fuck is he?
By
Oh, there he is.
He's getting yelled
he's
at by
bottom C.
Sakazuki.
I think there is potential to. You said by Sakazuki?
I said he's getting yelled at by Sakazuki.
Oh yeah, yeah he is.
Bro,
But
Sakazuki's
on the
always
other
yelling at
direction.
him.
If I also, because I will say, if this leader finally did something, it would not surprise me. You know, it'd be like, oh my god, he finally did it. But it wouldn't be like, I wouldn't have the shock on my face like if fucking Kaido won an event, you know? Like if he should have like, it's about time. If Kaido did, I'd be like, how the fuck? So for that reason, I'm gonna stick him right here, bottom of C.
Totally, I get that.
Ivankov, Garen, you're the Ivankov player.
Put that bad boy in D. He's not doing much in a local really, especially with yellow being a thing. He 100% loses to Dofi, like green purple Dofi. He loses there. He loses the kid. If Magellan takes him off, he isn't doing anything. Like there are better blue leaders. Like the whole thing is there are much better blue leaders to play, and you not having a hand, you get torn apart by almost everything who can multi-attack.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah. Also, being in a set where you have a 2-card hand, and the best leader is a leader who says my leader ability pulls 2 cards out your hand if you counter out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just like he's in D tier. Like he can't do much here. Not anymore.
Yeah. Yellow Big Mom I think is a B tier leader.
100%. With Yellow on the rise and like no clear, because her leader ability is great. I think
I
she
was
has
gonna say, I really like her
amazing
ability.
It is. I like it too.
It's just she's just overshadowed by her son, unfortunately. He just has
Yeah.
a better ability.
His leader ability is just generically good. There's no like setup or anything. That fucker just attaches one Dawn Swing 7. He goes one Dawn magic number, and then he even dodges triggers. Like it's as simple as it gets, but fuck if it isn't good.
She does the same. Doesn't she make magic numbers too? She goes to.
He has
Isn't
to
there-
have 2 Dawn
two
on
Dawn?
her, and then
Yeah.
you grab 1, heal 1.
And the ability just to take a card out of your hand just to heal and just place a trigger is crazy. Let me just place my Thunderbolt. Let me place my Shirahoshi. Let me place my just anyone you need to come out of life, which is strong.
Yeah.
My beige, whatever you could possibly need, is powerful.
Yeah, because also she has like a life restriction on her leader ability, so it's one you're not going to start using till mid to late game. Katakuri, his leader ability is life turn 2.
Yeah.
Like he starts putting pressure on you fucking immediately. And he's one of those leaders where he can, if he wants to, aside from like 10 drop turns, he can leader ability every fucking turn if he wants to.
True.
Kuro.
I don't know. I've never.
I mean,
tried to
Trevor's
touch
cooking
that.
with this deck, right?
I think so.
He
won a local with it.
define
didn't he?
cooking.
Oh, he won the locals?
I was like, didn't he win that local? Or no?
Did he? I thought he just beat Brandon. I didn't think he won.
I know he beat Brandon, but I thought he was one of the 2 undefeated for the day.
Maybe he was. I don't know. I don't go to locals anymore.
That's fair. But that also
I
just
don't-
being pilot and surprised if.
Yeah.
Kuro can be funny. Like he can actually deal some damage if you're not careful with Kuro. Like he can get you. So
I'm gonna say.
I would say C tier.
I think he's C.
I'd put him like up there in C tier.
I think he's C tier. I think he's C tier. I could maybe see him potentially.
I could definitely
Doing
see him in
something.
B at one point if Green.
You know, I will say it didn't happen consistently, but he
Yeah,
does
'cause he's
have, I
getting
think,
burnt down by
at least
the
two
two-
tops.
2 other decks.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. He has at least like 2 tops. He did get them in one of the most toxic fucking formats in all of One Piece. So for that reason, I'll put him like here, I think. Arlong.
He is full like yellow shenanigans. Like
I
his
was gonna say
entire
it's
deck
wild that he
yellow
has
shenanigans.
yellow.
It is the most God, what is it? It's the most like you're either winning or you're losing. There is no in between. You are winning the game or you are losing with Arlong.
Yeah. I think he is, again, a 4 life leader in a Katakuri meta.
But he's playing yellow.
But he's playing yellow. That's true.
Yeah, he is. Yup.
And he's
And-
aggressive.
and that leader
deck
ability
is
just
not
cheating.
aggressive though. Like
He's cheating cards out of the hand, so he's not going +1 or anything. He isn't. All he's doing is establishing an extra body for 1 Dawn. Like Doflamingo does that, but he goes +1 when he does it. Arlong doesn't.
But
Arlong dumps his hand on the board, and if the board gets answered, he has nothing to show for it. Dofi, if his bodies get answered, he was +1. He goes back to where he started. He has nothing to lose. He doesn't lose anything from his hand. He's just back at square one. Arlong, you're actually just losing advantage. Also, you have to have targets and stuff. And also, because his leader ability cheats out like a specific range, you have to play like specific. He doesn't like. That's another thing too. He's playing yellow. But his leader ability isn't, because remember, yellow cards don't start getting good until like 7 Dawn is the thing.
well,
and he's cheating out like 4.
He's playing the attackers. That's the main thing. Like he's gonna play Cracker,
Right.
Katakuri,
Right.
4-drop Katakuri. Who am I thinking of?
Right, he's cheating out bodies that don't do anything but be beat sticks. Is the
Yeah,
thing.
that's the
He
whole
is-
thing.
the yellow he abuses is not what makes yellow toxic.
Yeah, he's just being very aggressive. If he gets to that point to where he can get to like 8 Dawn, he will slap down a Big Mom. He will slap down a he'll drop 7-drop Big Mom. He'll drop Katakuri, but mainly his goal is just like face every turn, just trying to punch you in the face.
Yeah, I'm putting him at bottom of you.
If his triggers actually go off, then he's just playing yellow game.
Where would he put a leader like Nami? I think Nami's like high B.
I put Nami in B because I feel everybody's just gonna, if they can't play red, they're gonna just cope with her. Honestly.
Where do you think she goes, Nick?
I don't like Nami as leader. I don't think she deserves B, but I am outvoted. I'll accept this.
I also don't think she deserves B, but it's just like they're gonna play her, they're gonna cheese with her now. Like that's that's why
she's my least favorite. Yeah, she's my least favorite leader in the game. I also do not like Nami, but I think at the end of the day, you know, if playing Kaya and bouncing Kaya, decking yourself out, if it works, it works. And
like with what's happened.
I don't.
Oh yeah, continue.
Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say I think she's the most degenerate, toxic leader the game has. But I think now that we're not in such an aggressive meta and stuff, I think that's gonna be enough to win, to just steal games. I wouldn't like. I'm not gonna be surprised if I see Nami's in top 32 at all. Would not surprise me one bit. I would be very disappointed, but I expect to see it. Lucci has lost his best matchup.
Probably.
And his best matchup, he wasn't even consistently like winning.
The fact we don't have any black, there's no black leaders above C tier. It's just like, he's just I don't know. He can't perform. He hasn't really performed. And now that we're in yellow, which he just gets stomped by, I don't see him doing anything.
I don't either. I don't know why you would ever even... You played him for the double attack to try to close out games against Whitebeard. Whitebeard's banned.
Yeah,
why would you ever play this? So his leader ability doesn't do anything? Why would you ever play him over Smoker, who can at least -1 every turn if he wants to?
Like I like Lucci. I like Lucci more than I like Smoker. And I played Lucci for quite a little bit. It's just like... I don't know. It just feels like it's a slightly worse Smoker with that can double attack, and then it just, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going with this. It can't really do much.
I'm going bomb C.
Yeah,
maybe even D. Bomb C for right now though. Black Yellow Big Mom.
What is her ability again? I do not remember.
It's like Dawn times 2 when attacking. You pay 1 if you have a certain amount of life or less. You get to heal 1. I can't remember.
I think it's 2 life, or is it 1 life? I think it's 2 life. I'm pretty sure it's 2 life. Black, Yellow, Big Mom. Let's go and just find out right now. Image. Here we go. So you may trash 1 card from your hand.
Oh god.
If you have 1 or less life cards, add up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life. So you take a card out of hand and then you heal a card.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so she doesn't plus, but she changes what that resource is. So she trades a card in hand for a life, which could potentially be a trigger. She does have access to...
she costs 4 Dawn. Dawn times 2 when attacking, pay 2 Dawn, trash 1 card from hand. It's so expensive, and...
It really is. It really is.
Like, she doesn't even have Zeus on her card artwork, bro. It's a solid.
Oh, that I'm sorry.
No homie.
She doesn't have Zeus. She doesn't even have the homie. She doesn't even have the reason that we call the viewers homies. Like that alone is gonna stick her down here in D. How the fuck are you, Big Mom? You don't have Zeus. Oh my god. What, Zeus leader or win? When do we get our Zeus leader?
Never.
Honest God. It's gonna be red.
No, the fuck he wouldn't.
What do you mean? He's with the Straw Hats now.
You know what? I think he is. He is with the Straw Hats now. Not to mention. Or maybe he's not. and he is a thundercloud. And he does create electricity, which is the card, the red magic card.
Stop.
The red magic card.
Lightning bolt.
He is destruction.
What kind of rabbit hole were you trying to form?
Don't worry about it.
Oh god. Hopefully they take all the cards off the list by the time they give us our red Zeus leader.
Never.
Yamato is a yellow leader. I'm just gonna stick her and see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Zeus is also literally on a banned card now, so that's how powerful he is.
True.
That is true. That is true. He is on Nami.
It's weird that Rebecca and Queen are still down here. We haven't placed them yet.
Oh yeah.
Suppose we've been going in order.
Black Luffy's ass. I'm just gonna throw him in
Ass.
Iceberg.
You know what? Put him in the bands here.
Because we're gonna ban you from tournaments if you bring this fuck.
We say this, but he got a top. That's the worst.
He got a top in OP05.
I could have sworn he did something in OVO. Hold on.
No, he got second or top 4 in 1,000+ player event in the East in OP05.
Oh,
We
no,
are
here
in
it is.
OP04.
Found it. There's October Regional, and he got 3rd place.
Oh,
Black
wait. So that
Luffy.
it wasn't the East. He did.
It wasn't.
He did
It wasn't.
I thought he did it in OP05.
No, 3rd place.
Well,
Black
for that
Luffy.
alone.
What do we do?
For that alone. God.
I'm like, I knew he did something. He got up there.
I knew he did it. I just didn't know he did it in our meta. I thought he did it in the Japanese meta.
Oh,
Or the Asian meta. That's crazy. What the fuck? All right, well, he got a top, so I think that alone puts him in C. Based on the criteria that we set at the beginning of the video, he is C.
Yeah, you see.
Now, King has gotten tops more than Luffy, though, so...
That's crazy.
Bro, I don't think either of them should have ever done it, so...
True.
Okay, Rebecca. Rebecca has lost her 2 best matchups. She's lost Law. She has lost Zoro. She is also a leader that cannot attack.
But don't forget, so Rebecca does well in the green purple Dofi. If Kinemon starts to pick his head up, I just thought about it. Like, green doesn't have rush. Rebecca can pick apart his board. But yeah, she does lose.
Can.
She does lose very hard to yellow.
Well, I don't know. I don't think you can be a leader that can't attack in a format with a leader swinging 7 every turn.
Say that, but
Especially when it's your worst.
she's got
like,
that regional top though.
I don't think that matters.
I would say like
She got a regional top in a format where her 2 best matchups existed, and now they're gone. I don't think it matters.
I still don't want to put her that, like, I still want to at least be.
At least be.
I'm like, if we're gonna throw her down the list, because like in my head she's an A tier leader. But if
She was an A tier leader because she beat Law and Zoro.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I still think she's still solid though. I still think she'll be solid.
I think she is low C.
I can agree with C.
I think because she's gonna get her ass beat by Katakuri. She can still beat Dofi, which is true.
She loses to
She
both
loses to
of
Crocs.
Crocs.
Yeah.
It's torn apart by
So
the Croc.
if Kinemon is in the conversation, she probably beats him. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw her in the middle of C. Just stick her there. I'll put her ahead of Kuro. Maybe top of C even.
I would say top of C. If Zoro is top of C and she cleans him up.
Because I was gonna say, if these 2 leaders
Get washed
are
by her.
up here,
Yeah, I would. You could. That's why I'm saying you could put her in B, right in front of Law.
I do think Zoro will be easier to top with than her though. Actually,
True.
I expect to see Zoro top. If Rebecca tops, I'll be more surprised. Queen.
I mean, it's doing blue stuff, which blue has a lot of good stuff, and it's yellow as well, doing yellow things. I'm definitely putting it in A tier.
Queen is, so he loses to Katakuri. He
Loses to blue Croc.
I don't
Loses to
think it'll
Croc.
do well in the green either.
He beats Dofi.
Shit, yeah, if green is on the rise.
I think Kinemon will fuck him up. Oh, actually, no.
I don't know. I don't know the
No,
green
I
matchup
don't.
into Queen. I really don't.
I think Queen on paper, he should beat Kinemon is the thing. Well, because the whole first 4 turns of Queen is just putting blockers on the board,
yeah.
and Kinemon doesn't care about that. It's still now okay. So Kinemon doesn't care about like Kinemon will tap down because remember like the first 4 turns is just putting blockers on the board till he can put his 8-drop on and start his game.
Yeah.
Kinemon ignores blockers the entire game. You know, he just taps them down with his turn 1 Okiku repeatedly. He has Izo and stuff. He has 4-cost Yamato, so blockers are not a thing to him. Also, he is a 4-life leader that wants to abuse triggers, and Kinemon's whole thing is just Yamato turn 2. I think Kinemon also because Kinemon, I think it's another matchup where he just wouldn't put Odin on the board, you know.
Yeah.
So I think Kinemon should beat. Because the fuck does a queen do about... Because he runs Yamato, he runs 9-cost Yamatos, he runs 8-cost Katakuris, he runs 9-cost Mihawks. He runs so many non-counter cards. And there's also too, because a lot of it, remember, like he takes attacks on purpose and stuff, so to like adjust hand size and life and all that. So I don't know how the fuck he's ever countering out of a big Yamato swing. I think he's just gonna lose 2 life and then be a 2-life leader. I think, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but it's just because I'm thinking he's playing a ton of blockers, but then I'm like, oh wait, this is Kinemon. He's playing Okiku, playing Izos, he's playing just everything that taps him down.
I think he's top of. Actually, no. I still think he's significantly better than Nami.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm putting him in A. Like he's a meta relevant leader, and I still see he's still gonna get tops. He's still gonna show up. He's still gonna get tops.
He will. Next we have Yerple Crocodile. Where do I want to throw him in D? I don't really want to talk about it.
It's funny. They're not even gonna have a conversation. He's just he's gonna slide into D real quick.
Send to the penis explosion room.
To the gulag.
Yeah. I'm just gonna stick him in D. I don't care to order him. He's in D tier. Doesn't matter. These leaders, you know, you're playing locals. Who cares? Red, purple, Luffy.
I'm sorry. I think the 3 captains suffer. I think Luffy suffers the most because its entire game plan is on the ban list. Like
I think he is now the worst of the 3 captains. Yeah,
he's like C tier. I mean, I don't know what you do with him anymore. Like you lean more purple, but then at that point, it's just I don't know where I'm going with this train of thought. Like he just feels very, very bad. Like after him losing access to Whitebeard constantly, I thought it's not that bad. And also with Rad Beam being at 1 as well, I was like, it's still not that bad. Now that Nami's banned, the Dan's banned, and now Marco's limited, and you're just playing with like way less resources at this point.
Yeah, I think now he is still a 6-life leader.
Yes.
At the end of the day, so every time your opponent wants to swing into him, they do have to invest resources. He also only takes 1 Donigo magic number into opposing leads.
True.
He does still have
the ability is incredible.
His ability's fucking insane. And just by being 6 life inherently, he basically says all my 1Ks are 2Ks and all my 2Ks are 3Ks when it's a 5-life leader. So they always have to climb up to reach him. He is 3 life though, and I think if we're gonna be playing in a yellow meta, being 3 life is probably gonna be pretty.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad because like they're just gonna chump. The moment they get to because like you're gonna take the first damage with Luffy or take it when you need it. So I
don't know if you can afford to anymore.
Yeah, you can't afford it anymore.
Well, actually, I don't think you would either because the whole reason you took it was because you're just like maybe I'll hit a trigger and ramp.
Yeah.
Ramp into what? Fucking, we don't have Whitebeard. He's on 1. Like.
Yeah, you can maybe ramp into the 7-drop, but the 7-drop gets cracked by Katakuri. 8-drop, like it's not looking well. It's not looking good at all.
I'm gonna put him like. I think being a 6-life leader. I mean, I think being a 6K power leader is still.
Yeah, I would still put
better
him
than all
C
this.
tier for sure. He's still gonna be definitely playable, unless someone's gonna innovate with him. Maybe by the time we get set 5, some cards come off the list and he can pop back up. He will be a menace if we lose the whole list. Basically, he's gonna be.
Oh
a
my
menace.
god, this man at full power is gonna be.
He goes
fucking
from C tier to
ridiculous.
fucking A tier, if not S. Like he jumps, leaps and bounds.
Where would we put a leader like Law? OP04 Law, not OP05 Law.
I'm about to say, yeah, he doesn't have his good shit yet.
I would say like they don't have access to what what are they missing? 5-drop.
He's missing like his 2K that ramps when it hits play. He's missing his Beppos and stuff that ramp on attack. He's basically missing everything that makes his leader ability not the most expensive thing on the planet.
Oh, I thought the Beppo was in the deck. Oh, what's
There's
in the deck?
there's one in the starter
Penguin and
deck, and then
Baku.
there's one in the pack of OP05.
Yeah. Yeah, he's missing because right now his problem is like if he ever minuses Dawn, he's probably getting like 1 Dawn back at most, playing like
They don't have
cards.
5-drop yet either.
Yep, no, they don't have 5-drop kid. They don't have God. And that's another thing too, like he gets law blocker and stuff, but like Dawn minus abilities are so expensive in him because they don't have 5-drop to refund the minus.
And it's not like
and then
they can-
also that in addition to him wanting to -3 for his leader ability, he's very expensive.
Yeah.
And he just doesn't have his tools. I think come over, I'm gonna put him at bottom C.
Yeah.
I think well actually I think he's
Like OP05, he gets really good. Like I don't know.
OP05, he becomes an incredible leader, but
Oh, yeah.
until that happens, God, yeah, and you know there's gonna be like someone is they're gonna put the video on just to skip to the end and see Law. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? You don't know what you're talking about. It's like, bro, you didn't watch the video.
Because like I
You didn't even watch the
I
video.
wanna put him higher. I want to, but we're talking about right as he comes out. What is he doing? And it's just nothing. Right? And that's what sucks about it.
Yeah. And all that leaves is Kid. I don't know what to do with Kid.
No one plays. What is
I was about to
Kid
say,
do?
he's a 5-life red purple leader. While you have 4 or more life, he gets -1k to power, so he's only 4k on your turn. But when attacking Dawn -1, he gains 2k power.
Yeah. God, because I think come OP05 when he gets that Kid blocker, you know, he at least ramps the Dawn back and stuff. I don't know. He just like he sounds. No one experiments with this leader. Like,
Like,
I won't even pretend to have any idea.
What does he do again? Let me look.
-1 Dawn, gain 2k power.
But he's a 5-life red purple leader.
No one messes with him, and I'm like it's not like he's terrible, because I know like while he's at like what 5 or is he at 4 more life or something, he's like -1k or something like that.
On your turn, he will be a 4k leader.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm okay with that. It's not terrible,
'Cause
but that's
he's a
only until
5-life
you
dual
take
leader that can
damage.
still attack.
Yeah,
You know, if you really want to hit 5, just attach a Dawn and swing.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, he does that, and it's only on your turn, not your opponent's turn, your turn. So I don't mind him being low like that. I don't know.
I have no clue. I'd say we just stick a middle C.
I'm gonna say C, because I would like to, honestly, I've seen him and I'm like, no one does anything with him, and it's not like he's bad. He's definitely not bad.
He's not.
I don't know. I might experiment with him in set 5, see what's going on. But because he seems like
honestly,
he'd be fun. Like,
if we're putting them all in C, I think we just stick them next to each other.
yeah,
And call
just
it a
stick them
day.
all next to each other.
All right, so here we go, and then, so I think that currently, I think Luffy just being 6k would still be the best of them.
Yeah,
I think
Then I
Law
think it
would
would
be
be
the
him.
weakest. Yeah.
And then it'd be Law. And then I think come OP05, I think the order just
reverses.
yeah.
Reverse.
Well, it'll reverse if I don't. Yeah, it'll reverse unless the ban list changes.
If the ban list changes, Luffy's fucking.
Yeah, Luffy's. Put Luffy in A tier. Like if that happens, Luffy's in A tier, Law's in B tier, and Kid can stay where he's at until he does something.
I'm so confident Luffy goes us at that point.
Oh,
but
for
with that
sure.
being said, or I guess, is there any closing thoughts before we close this one out, guys?
Ban 10 Mom. That's
but
it.
Yeah,
Ten
ban
drop
10 drop
Big
Big Mom.
Mom
What the
at
fuck?
one.
One something, because like recurring them just means I win.
Yeah, chain
all it
dropping
means.
is disgusting.
It is.
Like if they want to get rid of,
It is.
if they want to get rid of a oh my god, nine
Nine
beard,
beard.
put 9beard to 1. Like Big Mom's just too strong. Don't get me like I know
Yeah.
people are like, you use all your Dawn. It's like, yeah, you hit your opponent and healed, then you still have your attacks to go with.
And you establish a 12
And you have a
body.
12 body. Like
Yeah.
that's so much. This doing so much.
Literally, the only thing that's answering her is
Red Rock.
gonna be like Mono Croc with Red Rock, and that's 6 Dawn.
That's
So-
that's 6 Dawn.
You-
And then the fact is, if I have to use 6 Dawn to do that, I need to already possess a board, and if I don't, you just
Yeah.
10 drop me again, and I'm taking
Yeah.
damage. I'm just losing damage. I'm taking
literally.
damage. I'm getting no cards in my hand, and you've now hit me twice and healed twice.
It's just 10 drop Big Mom. If that card gets limited, if she goes to 1, Katakuri becomes manageable. But as he is right now, the fact that Red was keeping him in check and now Red's gone, he's just running rampant. Literally no one keeping him in check whatsoever, and now he's abusing 10 drop Big Mom, and it's just, man, I need to do something about this because this is stupid. This is so stupid.
It is. I feel like everybody now, like everybody had to keep red in mind, and that's just a solid color. But now we have to just keep Big Mom in mind. Like we have to just keep Katakuri in mind, and it's just Katakuri. It wasn't I need to be able to play out of 3 different decks. It's like I need to play out of this one deck that just has a strategy of you're taking a damage and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else to be said, then with that being said, until next time, we'll see you guys.
Later.
Bye bye.